Hey guys, good morning. Melissa here. Today I'm going to talk about being a badass mom, basically. Um, so I talk about women's care, and a lot of my time has gone into family. And I've talked about, giving all my weekends, all my time, a lot of time to family, and having them be discontent and being like, we want more of your time or else, and basically attacking me. So today I called my husband's work, Stratum Tire in Concord, and this guy Matt keeps answering the phone, and he won't let me talk to my husband. He comes up with all these excuses. Yesterday, I haven't talked to my husband in a couple months, haven't called his work, nothing. Yesterday, he said that right before it was time to close, that he was on an errand, which really usually doesn't happen before they close. And then today, when I called this morning to take care of this, it was, you know what, honestly haven't seen him all morning. Now, they're only about like 20 feet apart. And I said, oh, okay, well, is he okay? Because, he says he hasn't seen him. And he said, yeah, he's okay. I go, did he show up for work? Yeah, he did. So, I can tell the guy's lying. And I said, well, tell him to have him call me. And, he's like, oh, I will. So the guy did not want to go and tell him there was a phone call. So my husband doesn't want to talk to me. He's being very selfish. I have kids, so this is getting ridiculous. And if he wants a divorce, just you need to have the courage to say it yourself and not be unavailable. The last game he tried to play was, I'd rather you call me on my phone. So his phone, I have been calling a few times. I text him. There's nothing at all. So today, because he has shut the door with the phone calls, personal and at work, I called the president of the company. And, I just basically said to her, I said, she owns about 5 shops. So I said, this is Melissa May from, Ben May's wife, and you don't know me, but I'm having a problem in Concord. I said, when I try to call my husband, Matt over at the counter will not let me talk to him. And I said, I'm his wife and I have kids and anything could happen. So I need to be able to talk to him. And she's like, let me call and see what the heck is going on over there. So she actually took action and she's going to take care of it. And I'm very thankful for that. So going from there, I also said I don't believe it's Matt's place to not let me talk to my husband. So that's when she said that. So the problem here is if something happens to my kids, basically that company can get sued because I can't get through to my husband. And there could be any kind of emergency happening in the future to any one of my kids, any one of our sons, and I need to be able to communicate. And I need an address of where he's at, a phone number that works, and I need the communication. So she's going to be dealing with it. And basically, sometimes you have to be a badass mom. And I hate to say that because I like to be nice and I like to be sweet. And, you'll hear churches say, oh, just be sweet, just be sweet. You can be as sweet as you want and you can still have people walk all over you. So basically, yeah, I mean, I hate to be this way. Definitely, there's time of, praying, which I have prayed about this. There's, and I've asked God to deal with him, and God will. God has shown me many times when men have mistreated me or done something that wasn't really nice, he will deal with it. But at the other extreme, the other side of the coin, you do have to do things about things. You have a responsibility. You can't just get out of things. And he has sent me $500, and that I told him he will be sending me money or there will be child support that I will be going after. And basically now if he wants a divorce, it's alimony. It's going to be permanent alimony because I've been married over 30 years. So that's what I'm looking at. And I grew up with, like my favorite uncle having a lot of kids from different women, and they gave, my uncle a break. They didn't really go to court. They didn't really ask for money. Instead, they worked and did it themselves. And I've seen women compromise where they will suffer needlessly when the man hasn't taken responsibility and said, say, hey, I have a responsibility. These are my kids and I need to take care of them. So I am not a feminist, but I do believe when a man has committed to marriage with you, he has a responsibility up until the end with you. Pretty much, unless, there's, I don't know, if he's having an affair or something, there definitely will be a divorce. There will be, that will be a divorce, because that's really, really difficult to come out of as Christians. I can understand it a little bit more when you don't know Christ. There was a lot of pornography. I mean, I left. That is when we first were the first years we were together, and then we both became Christians. And so there's even more responsibility now. So, yeah, I'm not someone to say you're not going to not take care of your kids. You're not going to not pay. You're not going to take care of your wife. So that's kind of what I had to do today, and it's just the way it is. It's business. You need to do your responsibility despite how you feel. So that's what I got for you today, guys. And I hope this encourages other women too, who, you don't have to always be a nice girl. You don't always have to be like, oh, I'll take the gunshot, I'll take the wound, because I've done that before. I've taken so much, and there is a time to take things, but there's a time to speak up too and say, hey, you can't be walking on me. So that's what I got for you today, guys. Thanks for joining me.